If you hear these words, know this. It was no accident. This is a call, a resonance that trembles deep within your very soul. It has awaited this moment, this invitation. We embark on an incredible journey into the deepest depths of existence, where time and reality seem to dissolve, where the wisdom of ages past whispers softly of what is to come. Today we will uncover a secret, encoded in prophecies that once seemed lost to time, yet whose words echo to us here and now. They point to the inevitable fall of those who rule the world today, who stand at its very apex. But before we step across the threshold of the holiest of holies, you must make a choice. Your like is not a simple expression of fondness. It is a resounding declaration of your intent, a first, perhaps still quiet, yet resolute step on the path to awakening. And your subscription is not a mere formality. It is an enlistment among those who refuse to remain in ignorance, who tirelessly seek the truth hidden behind the veil of everyday life. The truth that they diligently conceal behind a glittering screen of news, behind the curtain of political correctness and so-called progress, is in reality simple and alas, terrible. And it is entirely without novelty. It is as old as time itself, and ancient prophets, piercing the dense veil of centuries, saw it far more clearly than we modern people, shrouded in our sometimes deceptive illusions. This is not merely an intricate conspiracy theory. No, it is a true conspiracy aimed against your consciousness, against your deepest inner freedom. Consider, for instance, the astonishing prophecies of Mother Shipton, a woman whose appearance, according to legends, was quite far removed from accepted ideals of beauty, but whose mind, like a sharp blade, penetrated the very seemingly unreachable essence of being. Her words, spoken in the 15th century, are perceived today not merely as distant predictions, but rather as detailed blueprints of the future itself. She spoke of times when the familiar world would be radically overturned, when kings and queens, vested with power, would fall, and those who now firmly hold the reins of governance would face the inevitable and inexorable. And when man crosses the moon, when machines fly like birds, these lines, which seemed utterly fantastical, even unimaginable for her era, have now become our everyday reality. But the true astounding depth of her prophecies lies not so much in the description of wondrous technologies, but in the subtle, insightful analysis of human nature itself and the immutable patterns that relentlessly drive this world. She foretold times when iron would shine with a bright gleam, when people would go against nature itself, and when the earth would groan under the unbearable weight of accumulated sins. Is this not an accurate description of our current era? Do we not ourselves witness mighty steel giants like serpents enfolding our planet? How our actions, often careless, disrupt the fragile yet precious balance of nature. How the world, like a drunken traveler, is consumed by unprecedented depravity and boundless materialism, eclipsing true values. But most striking is how she, Mother Shipton, pointed to specific types of leaders whose downfall, she said, would herald the onset of a completely new, different era. When governance becomes steeped in dishonesty, when lies, like poison ivy, flourish everywhere, when wealth, blinding the mind, is revered far more than virtue itself. These words, like a delicate yet sharp scalpel, mercilessly expose the sores and boils of modern society, revealing its most painful places. We see with our own eyes how the clinking of coins becomes the primary measure of all things, how the thin thread of morality breaks and is replaced by cynicism, how the purest truth is diligently muddled, distorted, and transformed beyond recognition. Mother Shipton's prophecy is not merely a grim prediction of a coming collapse. It points deeply to the very roots, to the true causes of this decline. It speaks of avarice that relentlessly devours the very souls, of immeasurable pride that forever blinds the eyes, of all-consuming fear that paralyzes the will itself. These are not external, unknown enemies to be fought. These are our internal, insidious demons who rule many of those who wear crowns today and are proudly adorned in lavish robes. Let us also remember other great seers whose words, like beacons, illuminate the path through darkness. The ancient Mayan civilization, which left us an inheritance of incredibly complex calendars capable of measuring entire cycles of cosmic energies, foretold the Great Transition, a time of deep transformation of consciousness, the advent of a new era, free from the shackles of outdated structures. Like an echo from the depths of ages, the prophecies of Vanga also resound, filled with folk wisdom. Her words about a white cloth that will cover the earth and about times when people will forget God paint pictures not of literal events, but rather metaphors, symbolizing comprehensive cataclysms, spiritual impoverishment, and the loss of life's compass. These omens are not accidental. They are a manifestation of harmonic resonance. Fractal patterns observed in geopolitical events, the collapse of quantum probability, and even the influence of solar cycles on the noosphere all powerfully suggest we stand on the brink of a pivotal turning point. From ancient prophets to modern thinkers, and even those who operate from the shadows, such as the Chimera Protocol leak or the closed-door report from the Club of Rome, all speak with one voice. The system built on lies and exploitation is relentlessly approaching its demise. That inexplicable anxiety that grips you at 3 a.m, that crushing sense of alienation when you see unfamiliar faces on the street, these are not mere symptoms of depression. It is your soul desperately trying to break free from the suffocating embrace of this matrix. It is your true self raising a voice of protest against the falsehoods, against the deceit, against the system that so persistently seeks to consume you. These are not just words. They are a signal, a call to awakening that carries profound meaning. We are approaching the very heart of the matter, the critical juncture where the external, frightening chaos gradually yields to an internal, dawning awareness. The moment is arriving when you will see that all these monsters, wars, global crises, sudden pandemics, are merely shadows flickering on the cave wall, skillfully diverting your precious attention. And what if the true tyrant, the one holding you in invisible captivity, is actually looking back at you from your own mirror? What if your deepest fears, your tormenting doubts, your unwavering disbelief are precisely the strong chains that bind you to illusion, preventing you from seeing reality? The universe, in its infinite grandeur, does not punish humanity. It merely incinerates poison with ruthless efficiency, seeking to heal. The venom of fear, ignorance, and materialism, which pollutes your very existence, is being dissolved. This is not chaos, but a magnificent cosmic surgical procedure. Your fragile ecosystem, like a crown of glass, designed to keep you under control, is cracking and crumbling. The soulless metal veins of an artificial global system are depleting and weakening. This is not destruction, but a grand purification. And in this sacred dissolution, a new, authentic truth is born, as if from ashes. The ultimate mystery, concealed for ages within ancient prophecies, is not a prediction of some future Savior's arrival. It is, above all, an activation code for awakening the Savior that already exists within you. The prophets saw not just one person. They saw an entire army of awakened souls. They saw precisely you. You are not merely a part of a grand prophecy. You are its living fulfillment. Mother Shipton, Vanga, the wise ancient Maya, all spoke of that incredible power dormant within each of us. A power capable of transformation, a power of creation, a power of liberation. They did not foretell the world's demise. No, they predicted the end of an old, obsolete paradigm, the end of illusions that held us in servitude, and the beginning of a new, awakened era will arrive. An era of conscious beings ready to embrace full responsibility for their reality. Now that the veil of ignorance has been lifted from your eyes, inaction becomes impossible. Every like you give is a brilliant flash of light, piercing the boundless expanse of the net, a beacon guiding other lost souls toward us. Your share is a precious seed you carefully plant in the silent desert of dormant minds, giving it a chance to sprout and bloom. And your subscription is more than just an action. It's an oath, a declaration of your readiness to become an integral part of something significantly greater. If you feel a yearning for more, our inner circle becomes your reliable operational base. This is a place where we can freely exchange invaluable knowledge, offer each other unwavering support, and together build a new, better reality. And of course, your support through Super Thanks is the lifeblood that fuels our collective flame in the relentless battle against the encroaching darkness. Until our next meeting, remain aware, stay connected, and never stop seeking